Yeah, I mean, it's always about next man up. Yeah, obviously, Kaden was a great quarterback. It's unfortunate now that we don't have him, but Coach Powell and Coach Shelton and all the coaching staff, they've always been about developing quarterbacks here, and Trey has been in that room for a long time. Axel just came in too, and then even Jackson. So, those guys, they're always ready for their spots whenever the lights is bright. So, we're just trusting the coaching staff to do their jobs and develop those quarterbacks. And yeah, the team have full trust in what they're doing. So, yeah, obviously, again, it's all about the quarterbacks here. Just having those newer guys here, just me as a vet, just trying to build that relationship with them. Trying to get them to see what I'm seeing and trying to understand what they're thinking. So I think that was for me my biggest thing. Outside of just being more consistent, even with the younger receiver groups, just trying to get them up to speed as well. Yeah. Since I got here, for me it's always been about relationships with the coaches, players, even staff. For me, just about the opportunity that I have here. Yeah, the money is good for a certain amount of time, but the legacy and the relationship that you build over time is going to take you way beyond what I could have gotten or going somewhere else. But that was it for me. Yeah, it was just just understanding where I'm at, the environment that I'm in. I just feel like you can't trade this place for anywhere else, no matter the X's and O's. And then yeah, just having the full trust in Coach Plow and what he's done for this program, and then just being where my feet are and just being happy about that. So that was the biggest thing for me. Yeah, we're excited to have all those guys. Still a young group of guys. They're still going to be learning and growing pains, but at the same time, we're just trying to get better every day, taking it one day at a time, and just be more consistent. And yeah, just being our best every day, really. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it didn't really matter where we were, like what team we were playing. That game was unfortunate. It took me some time, but at the end of the day, you got to turn a page. Once that final whistle blows, you gotta do your best. Coach Ball always talked about dwelling for that 24 hours, and then after that 26 hours, you got to start looking to what's next and trying to build on to the next season as soon as possible. So. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable. Even last year, I felt like I was pretty comfortable doing that. Just kudos to all the guys that came before me. Guys like Trent, even Miles, Chaz, CJs, all those guys just teaching me the ropes and me being able to instill that upon the younger receivers. So yeah, this year it's again just another year under my belt, and I'm just trying to do my best for me to be as consistent as I can with everybody. Trying to relate to everybody, and as a player and as a person, so they can follow in that footsteps, and hopefully by the end of the day they're gonna look back and hopefully I can have an impact on them. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, just being able to relate to them. Like I said, you can't just point finger and then correct them. You can't attack them at first. We've always been a young group, since those older guys left. So just being able to hey, this is how you can do this instead of what you just did. Just little things like that can help them. Just help them understand you a little better, and then you can go on and critique them in a way that's going to improve them. Mitch for sure helped me as as a leader. I've been able to over the years been able to learn from Mitch. Just how he carries himself, how he again like I said, relate to other guys, and he's a people's person. So I've been able to see that from Mitch over the years, and I'm just trying to follow his footsteps. And like Coach Plaza said in the past too, Mitch was probably going to be one of the greatest leaders to ever come here. So I'm just trying to be like him and trying to help impact these guys in that way too.